The Backrooms. Darkness surrounds you. Object number 35. Dark Reparation Vials. Description: Object 35 instances appear as small vials of black liquid, kept sealed by a variety of items, usually a cork. These vials cannot be broken with blunt force. They are only able to be opened by removing the opening located at the top of the flask. The liquid kept inside the vial is a deep, pitch dark, which is entirely opaque. The liquid has a smell that is reportedly different to each individual who inhales it, though the origin of the scent is currently unknown. Inside of the fluid is a small crystal, which has been documented in 6 different colors: turquoise blue, purple, ruby red, deep navy blue, white, and black. The use of these vials was not known, footnote, for around 7 months after initial discovery, until a wanderer confused a vial for healing ointment. The wanderer lathered the black liquid on their injury, which was a deep gash, and they screamed immediately. "It burnt like hell and I couldn't get it off," said the wanderer, and later they passed out from pain. Hours later, when they awoke, their injury was gone and no pain remained in their affected area. After the event, they agreed for an interview with Eternal Repository personnel. The tape was released to the Meg and general public as a foreshadow should other wanderers find vials. Begin audio file. ERAF1249/E. ER personnel. Thank you for coming, ma'am. What's your name? Woman. My name is Elizabeth. ER personnel. And mine is Yell. Why did you come to us today? Elizabeth. I have this item which I found, which really confuses me. I was hoping you guys could, well, help me out a bit. Yell. We can try our best. What do you have for us today? Elizabeth pulls out the vial, now full of black liquid, and sets it on the table. Elizabeth. I found this while exploring level 55, and I didn't really know what it was for until now. As far as the Meg told us, it was just a black vial, but they didn't actually run tests on it. From what I have heard, I'm the first one who's used this stuff, and I don't trust the Meg anyway. Yell picks up the vial and inspects the contents, shaking the glass container slightly and hearing the dink of the crystal. Yell. I can hardly see through the stuff. What did you use this for, and what's inside? Elizabeth. It's a really thick fluid which I confused for healing ointment. I was in a really big rush, so I didn't bother checking what I was putting on me. Inside of the Merc is a black crystal. Yell. Black, you say? Did you touch it at all? Elizabeth. After hearing about that one entity who can kill you by touching you, I don't trust black crystals. Note, that one entity who can kill you by touching you refers to entity number 297, the Dark Sovereign. Yell. Exactly what I was thinking. We'll run this by some of our other diggers to see if they can figure things out. Back to the discussion. What did you use this liquid for? Elizabeth. Well, I got a large gash on my arm from a smiler attack recently, and I was running away while pulling out the medicine to stop the bleeding. Turns out, I pulled out this stuff as soon as I poured it on my arm, and it burned like all hell. Think of someone putting a flamethrower to your wounded arm and then poking around with a rod. It made me pass out after a minute or so. Yell. I can imagine. Damn, that does not sound fun at all. Elizabeth. Yeah, it wasn't. Yell. What happened after? I can see there's no injury on your arm. Elizabeth. I woke up 2 days later with no injury. Had my friends tend to me while I was out. But they said that the injury just mended itself. My buddy Josh said that the flesh was just coming back, like I was growing skin and muscle. I don't know how that's even possible, but hey, I'm not complaining. Yell. Very interesting. Well, if that's all, we'll take this vial for research and get back to you soon. Elizabeth. Will do. I'll see you guys later. Yell. Until next time, Elizabeth. Elizabeth gets up and leaves the building, a door closing softly in the background. Yell. Let's get this thing studied. I highly doubt that something can heal you like this without drawbacks. 5 weeks later, the repository released this statement. Warning. Wanderers who obtain vials filled with black liquid accompanied by a black crystal are not recommended to consume said liquid, apply it to wounds, or insert it into one's body by any means. Due to research documented over a 5-week period, we at the repository highly discourage the use of said liquids. Consumption will affect the applied area, such as one wanderer's case of an arm injury. The injury on Miss Elizabeth Wilkinson's right arm began to crystallize and spread, reaching her neck and rib cage. She soon passed away by her own hand as she described the pain to be overwhelming. We highly recommend wanderers do not use these vials. Check what color crystal is inside said container before consuming. They soon released another document which detailed the actions of each color crystal, which outlines which are safe, how they affect the human body, and where to commonly find them. Crystal color. Turquoise blue. Safety. Recommended consumption. Effects on human body. Liquid tastes like blueberries and suppresses symptoms of sickness. Allows for a slightly faster recovery. Can ward off the wretched cycle. Common location. The brewery of level 143. Crystal color. Amethyst purple. Safety. Dangerous. Effects on human body. Liquid tears away at internal tissues and vital organs. Has traces of hydrochloric acid. Common location. Found rarely in level 205, level 260, and level 299. Crystal color. Ruby red. Safety. Slightly harmful. Effects on human body. Fluid burns the chest and stomach through an unknown means, increasing body temperature to an estimated 150 degrees Fahrenheit. High temperatures do not harm human bodies. Helps recover stamina and retain endurance over long periods of time. Common location. Commonly found on level 158. Crystal color. Onyx black. Safety. Extremely dangerous. Effects on human body. Consumption or application causes the affected area to grow crystals over time. Tears through the skin and replaces vital human organs. Extremely painful. Location. Found on a variety of levels, assumed to be all. Crystal color. Navy blue. Safety. Moderate, non-harmful effects. Effects on human body. Ingestion causes symptoms of nausea, dizziness, and vertigo. Slowly causes addiction and malnutrition, which does not bring victim to a life-threatening state. Common location. Zone 1.1 of level 197. Quartz white. Safety. Unknown effect. Revision. Lethal. Effects on human body. Wanderers who have ingested a vial containing a quartz crystal do not remember what changed about them. Currently, it is assumed that this liquid does nothing. Revision. Liquid causes wanderers to disfigure into an entity of unknown origin. First-hand reports detail the being as comprised of white goop. More research required. Locations. Unknown. Revision. Redacted for public safety. The repository asks that all white crystal vials are turned into the nearest database. 011-Terminus is highly recommended. The Master Administrator.